Okay, hello everybody. It is that time of the week again. Boy, that sounds loud. I got my headphones turned all the way up. I hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend, a wonderful few days coming up to this point. We have a update that came out today. I believe it was today. I'm gonna be honest, I've not played Arknights over weekend. So it may have come out over the weekend some point. And if it did, I didn't notice because I haven't played, unfortunately. So, I did unmute that, right? Yeah. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump into the Lone Trail. But before we do that, because I don't want to jump into that first in case somebody doesn't want to watch me play it and wants to play through it on their own. First, we're going to do the new Annihilation stage, because this just came out as well, and I know absolutely nothing about it because I haven't even tried it yet. Judging by that, okay, I'm not gonna need Texas or Palace or Lapland or Cruise. I want these two, and this is just going to be an initial run so that we can see how well I do. I've got 2 healers. I want to drop Cicero for Nightingale. That's 10. I want Mudrock. And you know what? I'm torn between Hoshiguma or Durnar right now. I'm gonna go with Hoshiguma only because I have Durnar. Well, Durnar's more of an offensive defender, if that makes any sense. And I have quite a stacked offense right now. So I think having a more defensive-oriented defender would probably help. And like I said, this is an initial run. I know nothing about this stage yet, and I don't like doing practice runs because they seem like a waste of time. To me, at least. I can get rewards for this regardless of whether I fail or not.
All operators must maintain strict discipline.
Oh. This uses this thing. Shit.
I'm here to help.
If you've got a reason to fight, you've got a reason to die.
Okay. Is that March of the Bumblebee?
Get serious now.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of thick you.
I'm gonna put you there.
Almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Okay. Sure, why not go so quick?
Almost dozed off. Gather around it, guys.
I want Hoshiguma here.
One step backwards.
Okay, so it can't pass through itself. Ooh. Okay, that's not bad. That's not a problem. We'll be fine.
I have to get serious now.
But if that is the case, I don't want Hoshi there. I want Saria there.
Forward.
That would have made more sense to go down for her, wouldn't it? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Do that.
Whew, almost. I have to get serious now.
And we'll do that.
ついてきて。Whew, almost. Gather around me, guys.
Okay. I think... I mean, it's not even 100 yet. I can't think yet. Things are bound to go poorly if I start getting overly confident. We're gonna take a guess and put mud rock here.
それは変わらないもの。
Probably should have put crag splitter on her, but I didn't know that going into this. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. I don't know.
Gather around me, guys.
It's my turn. Solidify.
Blackwater slugs. I don't remember what the blackwater slugs do. Uh-oh.
Almost. I have to get serious now.
Okay.
Not one step backwards.
I can deploy one more unit. This isn't a very optimized layout, honestly.
It's my turn.
So we're gonna retreat Saria for now.
Almost like we're counting on you again today, little apple.
I'm going to deploy Effie.
I'll be careful.
Ah, that was a bad idea. Okay. Best not to panic. Best not to panic.
Oh, we're counting on you again today, little apple.
I still don't remember what these blackwater slugs do. They ain't gonna survive long enough for me to find out, it seems.
Whew, almost. Gather around me, guys.
Got it.
I'm gonna do that. Ooh, no.
私の出番？アップルパイ。
Okay. Is that all they do? Is that they can just spawn anywhere? Is that their only,
It's
like,
my
notable
turn.
ability?
Solidify.
Okay.
Professor?
Uh-oh.
Temperature stable.
Oh boy.
Whew, almost. Gather around me, guys.
Suppress them. Solidify.
Whew, almost. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
I'm gonna throw here there just in case. For a first run with no... Uh-oh. I just saw an oopsie. Well, something's gonna get through here real quick.
Whew, almost over. I have to get serious now.
Oh, wait, no, we're good, we're good. Mudrock can stop that second one. Whew, that had me panicked a bit.
Please give your orders. Watch out for fires.
And we'll go with Silver Slash to get rid of that first one.
Whew, almost. I have to get serious now.
I'll let Mudrock hold on to that one for now, just so I can gather some DP. That seems like the smartest thing to do at the moment.
I have to get serious now.
Unfortunately, I think Myrtle's stuck there. I can't retreat her even if I get the DP max. If I retreat her, this line goes.
Serious now.
I want to get this up to about 100 before I continue.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
There's my drink. I'm glad I took Mudrock.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Oh, we're stalling, we're stalling, we're stalling. I still haven't fixed that clock yet, and it's still 10 o'clock, as far as I know.
Oh, we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Okay, let's get rid of this. Well, I got by, but that's fine. At least here it'll take some more notable damage. Yeah, if I wish I would have had Crag Splitter on her, it would have made things a little bit faster. But what can you do?
Almost. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Is Gertrude gonna be the boss for this one? I guess we'll find out.
I have to get serious now.
That's a lot of things to read that I don't read. Okay, so they just attack in a set pattern. That's fine because everyone they're attacking has either a caster on, or a medic on them or has self-regen, so no harm, no foul. They have a lot of defense though, don't they?
It's not my wish to take lives.
Uh-oh, we might lose Mudrock.
I have to get serious now.
That's not good.
It's my turn. This will be over soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ah, shit. Somebody got through. Time for the switch wish.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can't let that happen again.
Who will you choose? I shall protect you.
Come on, Silver Dad, you can hold on. Hold your ground, Silver Dad.
I have to get serious now.
Ah, shit. They're starting to throw more shit at me. Once this skill ends, I'm going to replace her with Absinthe.
Whew, almost got it around it, guys. Yoshi. Professor, how's that?
It's my turn. Solidify.
It probably would have been smarter to switch Absinthe's place with FE. I'm learning as I do this, and like a lot of my placements aren't optimized yet because I don't know anything about this stage aside from this run. And considering this is the first run, I'm taking what I get. I'm almost at 280 already. Oh no. Fuck.
Not one step backwards. It's my turn. Suppress them. This will be over soon.
Please give your orders past that. I'm here to help.
Well, things are gonna go to shit real quick here because there's nobody healing her. And they do AoE damage, great. Well, there goes FE. Yeah, things are going to shit here real quick.
ちょっとからかってあげようっと。
Can I fix this? Can I still salvage this run? Ah.
決まった。な己が存在を自らに。
気をつけなさい。この海流は脆弱な命を飲み込みますよ。
I'm here to help. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Oh, that was close. That was really close. Somebody almost slipped through there.
Gather around me, guys.
That's whatever. Something. Uh-oh.
了解。
Let's fix some of these placements.
I have to get serious now.
Oh, fuck. You little shit.
Suppress them. This will be over soon.
This isn't looking good. What? Oh, can they not be blocked? Oh no, he's suppressing her. Shit. Okay, I see now. Well, that's a bad run. Alright, well, GG, that was close. I will take a 350. What is it? 312. We'll just call that 312. Unless I can get 315. 315. I will take 315 on the first run. Yeah, 316. I will gladly take that on the first run on a brand new Annihilation stage.
Is everyone okay? Anything I can do?
What do you think? Should I do one more? Been live for half an hour now. I'll give it one more on that avenue. I'm not the best at Annihilation stages. Aside from the first 3, maybe 4 stages, I've only gotten to 375 on every one of them. I've not gotten the 400 on most of them. But now I have an idea. Let's fix some things. I want you with Crag Splitter. Effie's or Exisia is not really going to be very useful on this stage. Who would be useful? Once we get to those horn players at the end there, it kind of comes down to a lot of things. Let's try Ling. Ling might be really useful for this one, actually. The rest of this, I'm mostly happy with. I think this is a fairly good idea. This looks like fairly stable. And I can do a better run with that flux so that I don't have to rely on Myrtle being there.
All operators must maintain
So we're
strict discipline.
stick with Myrtle here. Spectre.
Are they the ones who caused such destruction and started all this conflict?
There.
気打ち検査
Absent here.
両手を頭に動くな
Whew, almost toasted. Gather around me, guys.
Let's put... That's a terrible idea.
I have to get serious now.
I still want Saria right here.
Forward.
Because this gives her a good range to heal everybody in case of emergencies.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Okay, I want... No, let's save Nightingale for last. I want Effie right here.
Careful. I have to get serious now.
Okay, now I need to place Nighting... No, Shining needs to be the next deployment now.
Suppress them. This will be over soon.
This is going to be the last run on here for the night.
Serious now.
Then we're going to jump into the actual side story.
一瞬です
There is some method to this madness, don't worry.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
It's my turn. It's my turn. This will be over soon.
Gather around me, guys.
Okay, Mud Rock right there.
それは変わらないもの。連綿たる山々となる。
Ooh. Okay, that's not the word. Not a problem.
Almost. I have to get
If I can
serious
keep
now.
Myrtle alive a little bit longer. 2 placements. Maybe... We're gonna hold off on Silver Ash. He's gonna be an emergency drop for when I get heavy hitters coming in.
I have to get serious now.
Next deployment I want is here.
Not one step forwards.
私の声に応える。よくだよ。祝うよ。立ち上がる。I have to get serious
Okay.
now.
Oh shit.
give you orders. Watch out for fires.
I gotta get rid of that one. I got panicked.
It's not my wish. 大地こそが我が友。
Okay, absinthe makes quick fucking work of those golems. Good, good, good. That is exactly what I like to see.
Oh, we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Same thing, once we get to 200, we're gonna let Mudrock hold off on that last golem so I can gain DP in case I need to drop Silver Ash. When I need to drop Silver Ash.
Whew, almost dozed off. I have to get serious now.
I say we're doing pretty good for a first run, huh? It could be better, but it could be way, way worse.
大地こそが我が友。 大地こそが我が友。
Just notice Myrtle doesn't regenerate as fast because she's not in the flux, huh?
よくだよ。祝おうよ。
Well, that's fine.
Oh, I have to get serious now.
We're gonna be here a while. So how was everyone's day? I hope everyone was doing well. I got a promotion at work today. And I'm making $17 an hour now. More, it's $1 more than I was making, so I can't complain. Reasonably enough.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
I put the snow tires in my car yesterday. Because last week we had our first snow. This week, 70 degrees. I love living here. It's wonderful. You never know what the fuck the weather's gonna do. I started painting that Xbox 360 show I was telling you guys about, and I showed you. I got the base coat down. I'm working on a sheen coat. Kind of like a weird clear coat that gives it a more metallic-y, metal-y look. I'm gonna do a few layers of that. And I'm gonna stencil out where I want the design. Let me grab that real quick. I'll show you. Ooh, I didn't move on that. That's here's what we got so far. You see it's kind of got a metallic-y kind of shine to it now. You see how much it reflects off the light compared to what it normally had, which is really nice, I think. And we're going for a metal kind of look for that, because this is going to be a themed shell. And I hope that wasn't wet. I got paint on my hand, so I can't tell if that was wet paint or not.
よくだよ祝う
Come Monday, you guys will see what the actual theme is. I may have told you, but I don't remember. I've been munching on this candy bag for a few days now. Sunday's stream was kind of a surprise. I didn't plan on doing PUBG, but my brother, my friend said, hey, would you want to play PUBG with us on Sunday? I'm like, that depends. Can you control your language well enough for me to stream it? We're not drinking today. And the reason I say that is because we were playing on Friday or Saturday, and they were fucking belligerent. They were shit-faced. So I recorded that. Probably not gonna use that, but I have it. Cause they are fucking something else when they drink. These horn blowers. These guys. The issue isn't the damage they do. The issue is the fact that they have a high defense. So when more of the three of them show up, not really much Mudrock can do.
We're counting on you again today, little apple. Professor?
I'm gonna wait for these two to come closer.
第一こその我が友
Suppress them. Solidify.
連綿たる山々と
So things laid out the way they are. Once these two come down here, they're all in Effie's range.
Oh, I have to get serious now. 第一こその我が友
Which means it's time to die.
Stable.
Oh, more. And this is why I have Silver Ash. Oh, this bottom lane's looking crowded. I don't like that.
Doctor, I should protect you.
It's my turn. This will be over soon.
己が存在を自らに
Okay, things are looking good.
Ooh, don't gather around me, guys.
Maybe not ideal, but stable. I don't like how crowded that bottom lane's getting though. That's scary.
Please give you past that.
Shit.
戦のための歌。悲しみを紡ぐ歌。
Ooh, oh, I have to get serious now.
Hold on, we can work this. Boop. Boop.
私にめ万物を一連に収むるはシャッタ楽々の境地にこそあれ。
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
All the best.
It's my turn. Yielding is not an option.
Please give your temperature stable.
Who else? Oh, Myrtle's still retreated.
It's my turn. Doctor? Suppress them.
Okay, this isn't looking good. Yeah, fuck. Neardo.
Scenery here, Doctor.
That violinist is going to be the one who's going to cause a lot of issues.
Whew, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
I did not see that reflector panel there. That's not good either.
Whew, almost does that.
Okay. Stop right there, Colonel Scum.
私にね協力を即利すれば環境倫理たる
Alright.
I'm here to help. Whew, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Okay, Silver Ash can reach the tile in front of Spectre. That's good.
階級の万物を一連に収めるわ
My power is all yours. Solidify.
Oh, good. Absinthe can destroy those violinists. That's good. I love my daughter. She is so much of a wonderful, wonderful people pleaser. Because I don't even need to tell her what to do.
Whew, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
Were you the one I should be concerned? I think you were the one I'm actually concerned about.
Whew, almost does that.
Let's find out.
私に巡り戦に積もる恨みはいつか散らん
Well, yeah, you are the one I need to be concerned about. Shit. You're the one with the no button. Ooh, what was that? That was a weird bug.
階級の情が催されるね
Things are looking a little bit tough.
私に巡ってきたのかな私に巡ってきたのかな
Doctor, I can protect you.
何か考えがある。何時は我が恩敵になる。ただ元老物に過ぎぬのか。
Ooh.
I'll be careful. It's my turn. Solidify. Professor, temperature is stable.
Come on. Things are getting Things are getting a bit wild here. Who just died? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
階級の情が催されるね。
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Okay, I don't care if you attack Myrtle, that's fine.
Whew, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
We're at the point. 350 is when things start getting a little bit hectic.
Don't worry, you got me.
It is, Gertrude.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
I can't do a whole lot about her right now with that violinist there.
I have to get serious now.
何か考えがない。
I will not come to play. Whew, almost dozed off. Whew, oh, I have to get serious now. Watch out for fires.
Was that the actual Gertrude I just put down? I'm sorry, I blinked for a second. Did I actually just kill Gertrude, or was I not looking?
Not one step backwards. 抜き打ち検査だ。両手を頭に。I have to get serious now.
Ah, damn it, one got through.
Forward.
That couldn't have been it. There's got to be something else coming, right? I put her in the wrong spot. Not what I meant when something else, but yeah, that's kind of intimidating. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Professor, watch out for fires. これが最終通告だ。射撃準備。
Let's hold for a little bit longer. This one's kind of squishy, isn't it? No, they are a little bit hardier.
Who will you choose?
Absent didn't put them. Ooh, I forgot. I missed one. Damn it.
Suppress them. Suppress them. Just who are you weaklings when you stop like that?
So this bottom row
始めましょう。
is literally everything right now.
Scenery here, Doctor. Gather around, you guys.
So look, taking what I got, this is my second time doing this route ever. 2 enemies squeeze through here. I'll take that as a win. Holy shit. I can polish this route easily. That was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Holy hell. Like, let me collect these. Okay, so we're at 398 here already. If I back out, I don't remember how to do that. So here's where we got. We got completions for the main ones, obviously. If we come up to Casmires, C 395. C 384. So I'm not terrible at Annihilation, but I'm not perfect. This was the one we just did at 398. These 2 are done. This one I'm not very well at. 375. I got 357 on, which one is this? Lungeman Commercial District. This one's a fairly, yeah, this is a fairly recent one too. This is the one with the Rat King, and he's always been my least favorite boss. Ursus. Chernobog, right, a breeze. Got 355 in the Frozen one. I thought I did better in the Frozen Abandoned. Oh, this is that of Frozen. Yeah, this one... Honestly, I haven't challenged this one in a while. I might be able to do better on that one. I ain't challenged it never. Abandoned Mine, 391. That one's fairly simple. I just haven't done it in a while either. Columbia, Research Hangar. 398 again. Yeah, that one's not bad. South Prison. 394. It's usually just like a few slip by. And if it's not a few slip by, it's everything gets by all at once. 398. Sargon, this one was the one. Yeah, 335. This is the one that has all those little fuckers that like to, they don't count as a block, so they stack, and but they slow down the attack. Mudrock is a wonderful, wonderful thing for these little shits, because if you have Crag Splitter on her, that doesn't slow down at all. Siesta finished Flooded Seaboard. Okay. That's why I haven't done that one in a while. Victoria. Yeah, County Hillock. 395 again. So as you can see, like, most of my Annihilation stages aren't terrible. Some of them are like, oh yeah, I didn't do too good on that one, and I never went back to them because I don't, you know, I don't farm these very often. 384, 383. Yeah. The reason being is like, ooh, what the hell? 287. Jeez. Yeah, Yang is the one. The Shangshu Trails. I kinda... Yeah, I remember this one now. These things cause me so much anguish. But you know what? This might be easier with Highmore, because I used La Pluma a lot for the Yang and Changshu events, because her AoE attack with a wide range is really good for taking out multiple enemies like that. So if I have, now that we have more Reapers, that one might not be a problem. Ah, we're just short. I want to do a 10 pull. And I don't want to use my original because we got a lot of pretty costumes right now. This is a maybe for me. This is also a maybe for me. These two. This one in particular. I guarantee you this is the one I'm getting. At the very least. Shen's is... I'm not gonna lie, it is very, very beautiful. I love that. But... I don't use Shen Holiday very much. And bikinis are... in swimsuits are prettier. And I can maybe pass on this one too. If I get the original, I might pull for it. But this one is a definite. There's no way I'm passing this one up. But that's enough wasting time. It's time to jump in. So I've already been at this for an hour now.
We were born to pursue knowledge. For we were all born with naught. Before we were given a language, our hands reach out without being taught. All are to see. All are to know. We think.
Fuck.
We uncover.
I just realized.
The pursuers then throw themselves to the dark again.
Fuck.
Bequests of the old, dotting our land. Enlightened futures they do not grant. Real enlightenment hides within these black thorns of the crystallines. Originium, harbinger of our calamities, herald of our creations.
Do we get Silence Altar in this one?
Brave our minds and motions. But a glitter are our deeds. Time they transcend. Thus we're made acquiescent to all retaliations. Now we pursue at a border again. Let only fools remain stagnant. Idly descend as history drags them. Lifeless, eroded, like pebbles become sand. They would never know. When we raise our eyes, a dome we shall gaze through. Visions, not of the land beneath, but of a world above. Forerunners were gone in glare. Aftercomers will seek their vestiges. There is only one mark. The truth.
So, something that has just occurred to me. There's only ever been one event in Arknights that I have not completed. Because it came out at a bad point in my life where I wasn't really in the mood for any game whatsoever. And that happened to be Dorothy's Calling. So I may not have full knowledge of this story. But yeah, we do get a silence altar. Huh. I'm going into this blind, by the way. The only thing I know about this is Huliek and Ulysses. Because everybody has been talking about these two. And my Yandere senses really want me to pull for Huliek. Because I have a soft spot for Yanderes. And Kuderes. And Daries. And, well, Sundaries are kind of not me, but the rest of the Daries are me. Okay, these are the events. Coming of the future. Rain is coming to Tri-Mounts. If, in a century or a millennium, our descendants walk among the stars, the masses will sing her praises. She sat on a tree stump, humming, as she observed the shapes of the clouds above. Not until her mother called for her that she hopped off and ran toward the voice. The low flight that they were about to take was all too familiar to her parents. Otherwise, they would not have taken her along. Her goggles were strapped on and her seatbelt fastened. As the engines roared, the aircraft began to slide down the runway. The wind brushing her cheeks grew stronger and stronger. Scared, she closed her eyes. Then her body felt very light. A nauseous feeling gushed through her larynx, and her heart raced to the tip of her throat. She squeezed tightly into her mother's embrace. Fortunately, the feeling didn't last very long. When the aircraft stopped jolting, she slowly relaxed. But she was still afraid to open her eyes. Till her mother lightly tapped her shoulder. She finally found the courage to open her eyes and look around. From this angle, the city where she had lived her whole life felt so foreign and strange. Crowds that she struggled to squeeze through now looked like tiny, insignificant insects. Her mother pointed up, prompting her to look. The sky was so clear and bright. Outskirts of Max, District of Columbia, 1099. Federal Nomadic Prison. Sir, you're sick. What? I'm as healthy as can be. No, I can tell. Alcoholic, crapulent, and insomniac. In this oppressive nomadic prison, surely you haven't had the chance to enjoy much of the finer things in life. You're right about that. I mean no offense. I get the sense that you might need some rest and recreation. Have you been to siesta, Minos? Please stop making fun of me. No, It's an invitation. Please, choose one. Think of it as a way to kill time as this boring wait drags on. Minos. Ah, Minos. The fruity aroma of its streets ride the wind past its pristine white walls. More importantly, the innate elegance of its beauties will have you reluctant to leave. Alright. Can already imagine the extravagant life you live. I'm green with envy. No, what I'm saying is that it's all prepared for you. All prepared for you. What do you mean? I believe an illness like yours can only be cured in such an environment. And you've been a great help for me across a variety of matters. Men like you deserve the finest of treatments. After a few months, any gloominess clouding your mind will have completely dissipated. You'll be as strong and sturdy as the Minoan craftsman. You may even enjoy a stimulating romantic encounter. Mr. Justin Fitzure Jr. Let me say this again. I'm fine. Please stop toying with me. Please, Mr. Justin was my father. Call me Justin Jr. Alright, Justin Jr. So even business section people at Ryan Lab know their medicine. No. I don't know the first thing about medicine. I would be interested in something so complicated that can affect no visible immediate change. And what in the world are you talking? I'm sure you're dying to know what kind of illness you have and who spread it to you. Take a look around you and remember, your superior, that unsympathetic, good-for-nothing judge, and even the old warden, so unpleasant even after he retired. You should have been hailed as the hero after you retired from pioneering, or at the very least enjoyed a comfortable life with a fancy house in a nomadic city on a government stipend. But now, you've looked into my background. That's suiting medicine to the illness, sir, and the way I see it, your situation is hopeless. The remedy I prescribe is a vacation. Luxurious home, bottles of fine wines, beautiful specimen of your preferred gender, and top-notch security service. I don't understand. I know what you came here for. You're gonna take that one back with you. You made it all the way here without trouble, then Ryan Lab and the brass must already have an agreement. What's the point of bribing me now? I need an answer first. Are you willing to take fate into your own hands? Who isn't? Right, which is why you're very unlucky, and also very lucky in a way. At the very least, you know the obstacle in front of you, and your predicament. For instance, you've always played lackey to someone else. You were deliberately ignored and cast here. You also know what you want. For instance, you've been planning to propose to a certain someone, which got delayed by this trip, right? Oh, I wonder how that proposal would go in the Minoan Plains. Yeah, What do you need me to do, Justin Jr.? It's simple. Sell the information on all the prisoners' special procedures to Ryan Lab. I guarantee you'll find the price I'm willing to pay more than attractive. That certainly wouldn't be hard, but you'll be held accountable. We came prepared. I mean it. The old men behind you have a serious appetite. I spent twice my budget to get all this in order. They've been plenty arrogant the last couple of years, and that won't do. Those greedy, selfish idiots haven't been willing to face facts. What, do they think there's some kind of Ursus or Lithuanian nobles? I prefer practical men like you, and so does Ryan Labs. So, you could make a considerable fortune out of all this. Then, you and I can send those stubborn old men to prison. They won't get a chance to turn things around for the rest of their miserable lives. Doesn't that sound nice? You want me to defect? Hold on. Who the heck couldn't have picked a worse time? Letter from the bank? I thought I paid it all off. Justin Jr., this money? Did I forget to mention? My bad. Seems I'm not fit to be a doctor. This is your first course of treatment. So much? And the most effective cure for your disease is power and wealth. I guarantee it will get to the root of the problem on behalf of Rhine Lab. I understand. Pleasure to work with you, Justin Jr. The pleasure is mine. Let me ask one more thing. Is Rhine Lab full of men like you? No. They're all freaks. The freakiest you've ever seen. But I'm cool with freaks. Like the one we're looking for today. It's all ready, sir. Good. After all that effort, I finally get to meet our famous freak. Please don't forget what we talked about. I hope you'll be at my cocktail party in Trimonts next month as my personal guest. No invitation necessary. Feet are cold. Feet are very cold. She stood in the center on the day of her parents' funeral. People came and went around her. One after another, men she didn't know offered their condolences in front of her parents' portraits. A science journal's editor-in-chief, a high-level government official, a legendary investor in the finance world, representative of a technology conglomerate. All of them looked so saddened. Saddened that the genius inventor, husband and wife, brought the world of science to new heights, only to both die young. None of them could understand. Couldn't understand why. When this era-defining technology, flight, had just taken off, why would they waste their energy and effort on something as meaningless as reaching the highest altitude possible? All of them are furious. Furious that, with the death of the Wrights, the government-sponsored plans became a laughingstock, and their enormous investments had all gone down the drain. One by one, the guests all left. She alone stood in front of her parents' grave and lifted her head up to look at the clear sky. Yet it was so dark and gloomy. The light is blindingly bright. Past the passageway's dark shadows, the uncharacteristically bright lights keep Justin Fitzgerald Jr. from opening his eyes. The brightly glowing laboratory is, right, exactly the same as the ones in Trimonts. Justin Jr. takes 2 steps to feel things out and finds his attention instinctively drawn to the equipment, so clean and shiny that there's light reflecting off of it. How much did this cost to build? They built all this for one man's sake? Deep in an area of the laboratory untouched by light, an old man whose face is hidden guards a radio as ancient as himself. Aha, this is a prison? Do you call this a prison? God damn, Kristen built a whole replica lab here just for you. She thinks really highly of you, doesn't she, convict number 30? You aren't the regular liaison, but I've seen your face. You're a Rhine Lab director? Well, that's just hurtful. I played no small part in expanding the company to its current size in such a short period of time. How could Kristen not have told you about me? I have no interest in people like you. I'm a sick, crippled man. What do you want from me? Don't talk like that. I've read your file. You are extraordinary. If it wasn't for... Sorry, pretty sensitive about the past. Oh, all right. But I'm really curious. What is it that Kristen wants you to accomplish so badly she went to all of this trouble? Didn't tell you? And you have no need to know, boy. This isn't the first time a science freak has mocked me. Well, no biggie. My job here is to take you away. Looks like your little project had moved on to its next stage. She needs you there in person. It's about her survival plan. So you do know, you sly little punk. All I know is Kristen had you working on something to do with Originum and the human body. Not my area of expertise, but at the very least, I know one thing. Ryan Labs Control is not a coward who fears death, and she definitely has no illness that needs healing. Which means there's something else going on that's making her desperate for a way to extend her life. Some kind of extreme circumstances. You're a smart one. I wonder she chose you to bring me out of this place. But you have to wait a little longer. Almost time for the Vice President's speech. Speech? You're into politics now. No, today is going to be an interesting day. Patience is a virtue, kid. Now we still have to introduce ourselves. I'm Loken Williams. It's a pleasure. I'm Justin Fitzroy Jr., Business Section Director at Ryan Labs, an outsider to the world of science and technology. I'm only here to bear witness to history, sir. Dear Columbians of Trimount, this is your Vice President, Conrad Jackson. I'm sure many of us are confused by today's press conference. Before I explain anything, I'd like to have a chat with you all. Do any of you feel that out on Terra today, it's gotten hard to focus just on the cities or even the country in which we reside? There's more and more to be proven. Exchanges between nations have become more frequent, and likewise conflicts and confrontations have become more intense and unavoidable. So I want to ask all of you, Columbia has only been around for a handful of decades, but our history is already as rich as any other nation's. What is it that we have used to achieve this? It's our thirst for knowledge that drives us to explore the boundaries and depths of science. It's the pioneering spirit that flows in the veins of every single Columbian. That's my answer. That's our answer. And to maintain these two things, we are always willing to pay the price, no matter how high it may be. What is Jackson talking about? Next election is right around the corner. He hasn't really done anything the last couple of years, so he's probably anxious. Paying a high price? Not exactly off to a great start. In this city of technology, Trimounts, there are over a dozen special plates. On those plates, let me make sure I'm not muted. Okay, it's over there. Yeah, not muted. Apologies. On those plates, we are working tirelessly on countless research projects. We're developing, discovering, and guaranteeing our future ways of life. Many of you here are participating in those projects, and I am very proud of you. In just 2 weeks, we will announce an achievement that is truly the greatest among them. It will change the landscape of international relations. It will allow us to seize the initiative, to never again to fear any storm across any lands. Excuse me. It will be Columbia's first step into a new era. Still going, I see. First step into a new era. I heard Jackson was already a famous orator and activist back in college. Now he's holding a press conference in Trimount. You know what that means, right? Let's cut to the chase, Colonel Blake. Colonel Blake, ooh. You need my help and I need yours. This is easy. Help. Yeah, sure. Super weapon crafted specifically to keep that damn shard of lindinium in check. Knows how much money the military poured into that thing. Now Chris and all the techs on the project have disappeared without a trace overnight. And that, does the handbook call that big ring again? Hammer? Damn it, how did she hide such a big thing? The military is being pretty gentle as it is, not surrounding the city with an entire fleet of high-speed battleships. And this is what I'm here for. I have to admit, Kristen really took me for a ride this time. What reason do I have to believe that a failure like you can take care of this problem? There are lots of companies in Columbia that can rival Ryan Lab. Nothing's stopping us from taking the military approach and handing everything over to some other place. You're right, Colonel Blake. I failed. I'm no fool. If the military were really that hardy, you would have done this a long time ago. You Army guys were never the meek humanitarians you're trying to play. Humanitarians you're trying to play. And I, the former Director of Energy, I know Ryan Lab. My help, whatever you end up doing, will go much smoother. Especially if you want to take care of this as quickly and as quietly as possible. Why should I trust you again? Is anyone easier to keep in check than a failure with nothing to his name? Never thought there would come a day when you called yourself a failure, Ferdinand. Why are you so fixated on this? Always high and mighty, never revealing her secrets. She threw everyone's hard work and achievements under the bus, sacrificing the whole of Rhine Lab. Kristen doesn't have the right. No one does. Alright, it's the most convincing thing you've said today. Fix pants, fix pants. Hallway outside Control's office, Ryan Labs, Tri-Mounts. I don't actually like this feeling a whole lot. Too quiet. The air's so chilly and dry, and the light's awfully cold. No idea what's up ahead either. Things weren't so lively back in the day. Most of the time everyone was just busy with research. We rarely ever saw each other, but after meetings we'd party and get drinks, pad the table eggs with the project reports we just finished. I miss that feeling. Feeling of being accepted. Feeling that we were making a difference. That our work had purpose. You have to feel nostalgic for that too, don't you, Kristen? You can stop dragging your gross tail across the floor. Nobody's coming to clean today. Oliek. Oh, so you come here crying your eyes out. Guess I should have stayed hidden a little longer. Were you waiting for me? Mm-hmm. Why are you standing all the way over there? Gotta be careful. Could have just lost her parents, might have a pretty bad temper. Besides, I thought you already had a water clone ready the moment I stepped into the room. Since I'm found out, I might as well drown you right away and stuff you into a dead power armor. Oh, I didn't know you were such a vengeful elf. A Maylander agent infiltrating this place, huh? What are you up to? Infiltrating? Think again. Would Control's office be that easy to infiltrate? Are you working for Control? What kind of deal do you two have, and what's she got you doing for her? Were you betraying the Maylander Foundation for this? I can't read that. Kukulkan. So many questions. Why don't you ask Christian yourself? You're so close to her, I'm sure she'd tell you. Right, you're at the end of your rope. Why else would you expect to find Control in her office? Kristen really asked you to come? If I told you I invited myself here, would that make your heart ache more? She doesn't have the time to deal with you right now. Perhaps she's already sick of all your backstabbing and all your distractions. Maybe she never had a place for you in her plans. Whatever you want to think. That's not your place to say. I'm just trying to remind you out of your kindness of my heart. Or pity, if that's how you want to see it. You should try not to be so tense. Don't you think you know her better than I do? I've known her a lot longer than you have. I'm not reading that word again. Maybe I don't understand her. But I know what it is she's trying to do. It's hard to blame someone for grasping at straws when they're desperate. if you get in the way, next time I'll really kill you. The dreadful Libri has vanished. Aside from the droplets of water on the sofa, fight earlier might as well have never happened. The door closes. Ulysses doesn't try to give trace. There's no telling how much truth there was to Huliak's words, but her presence alone already explains a lot. You should ask Kirsten directly. This is why she came here today, and she still has many other questions. Kristen, there's no one to answer her. Ulysses' voice echoes throughout the empty office. Her shadow is split into two halves by the wall, like two people standing at a branching path. When and where did all of this begin? Everything that once has changed, yet she knew nothing about it. This familiar room, this familiar hallway, both seem so foreign to her now. She hates this feeling. It's just like the time after she was born, when she realized for the first time that she was all alone in the world. On the day of Rhine Lab's foundation, everyone had faith that this was the starting point of a company destined for greatness. The idea made everyone nervous. It cheered them all up, put smiles on their faces, kept them up at night. She and Saria chatted about the future on the balcony until the next day's beaming sunrise shone directly into their eyes. At that moment, she thought that Saria, and all these people would walk with Rhine Lab forever. It was an unrealistic notion. Topics like profit, conflict, and misunderstanding piled onto her desk one after another. She couldn't help but laugh. What exactly is confining mankind? She lifted her head to look at the sky. It was so ugly. Oh, we're still going. Rest stop. Trimon's outskirts, roughly 18 miles from the city center. Hey, it's the Tin Man. What the hell have you been here? Hi there. We're large cheese dogs, extra cheese. You got it. Coming right. Holy shit, bro, what the heck is this? Caught some kind of disease when I was a kid. Only because of the exoskeleton, I'm still alive. Sorry for spooking you. Spooking me? Hell, no, that looks cool. Oh, so it's got to do with the Trimon's tech companies. No wonder the gizmos they pump out are evolving so fast. Something like that. My bad, that was probably rude of me acting so surprised. I'm used to it. Mind if I smoke here? Can you still smoke? That's amazing. Phew. So empty here. Road doesn't get much traffic, does it? Just today, the vice president came through not long ago that traffic jam was miles long. Maybe it's that weather. Here's your hot dog. That's some appetite you got, bro. You can eat wherever you want. Not like there's anyone else today. Thanks. Fuck, we've been talking with this Tin Man for 2 years and fucking IS2, and they finally get to see him again, huh? Hot dog, huh? Colombian fast food is really making strides. Well, it's all the same to me. So why are they called hot dogs again? Anything to do with the Perros? First wave of Bolivarian settlers who introduced this particular food item to the Colombian masses. This type of sausage sandwich was frequently sold in night competition arenas at food courts tended by scantily clad Perro females or well-built Perro males. And with the passage of time, this food item came to be known as hot dog in Colombian parlance. Passage of time, huh? Funny how things can turn out just because of time. Want one, miss? My treat. No, thank you. Years really haven't been kind. Still had a sense of taste. My appetite was probably a dozen times what it is now. That's how things turn out with the passage of time. I envy a young lady like you. Wonder how many things on Terra are built to top this passage of time. Everything is. Guess you're right about that. It's been a while, Dame Calcis. When was the last time we met? Day of Theresa's ascension ceremony after the war was over. Most Sarkazus still had a lingering nostalgia for Kazdel were there. You were no exception. What should I call you now? Tin Man. My co-workers call me. It's an apt descriptor, and not like names have much meaning to me anymore. You represent the Maylander Foundation. I do. A powerful revenant. A once powerful revenant. And besides, you know that TCAS are closely connected to every corner of the world, and the Columbian Plains are no exception. Or would it make you feel better if I told you the whispers of hatred still keep me up at nights, and that I can't wait to turn into a flying fortress and fly straight back to Kazdel? No. So the Maylander Foundation noticed Rhode Island long ago. This isn't the first time you've shown up on Columbian's radar. Even if the last time was just a minor legal dispute. Was that in Tecronto or someplace else? Rhode Island is still a young organization. Know who it belonged to and what course it's taking. I'm not trying to talk you into giving up. Based on our agent's intel, too many old friends are mixed up in this mess. A fair amount of them are your old friends, too. No issue of Rhode Island getting involved in this, so long as you hear Maylander's thoughts first. Thoughts you want Rhode Island to hear, or demands? Regardless, personally speaking, I do hope we're on the same side this time. Dominic Halstis. I understand. There's yours. Tin Man lifts his head up to gaze at the bottom of the dark clouds. Far away, a pure white feline and a fire-red Savra sit on a bench. The Savra girl enthusiastically tries to tell something to her buddy, but Sally simply stares at the sky, seemingly paying no attention whatsoever. Still thinking about the past. Seems to know why she received that letter, and why she had to come back to this country. She doesn't understand it at all that well. Simply thinking that things this once face sooner or later. I read that wrong. Is that a little Ifrit? I should remember this place, but I don't think I wrote it down. Why didn't I write it down? Do I need to remember this place? Duh. I don't remember anything no matter what I ask you. It sucks. Do you remember? Me? Of course I remember. This is Columbia. Been here. And I hear you've been here too. Oh, I remember them. I see now. It's a cruel twist of fate, Calcits, but you'll have children so young face their fate head on. This is their decision. I have no right to intervene. Calcits sadly looks at Trimounts, shrouded in dark clouds in the distance. Its tall skyscrapers remain under the thick, dark clouds, its base hidden by the field around them. Likewise, the Tin Man lifts his head. Up in the sky, above the city and the entire lands, at an unreachable altitude that mankind has dreamt of reaching for thousands of years, a burning fireball is tearing through the skies like a falling star. What is Ifrit? Ifrit, do you want to hear a story? A story? Alright, today's story takes place in a beautiful city in Sargon. It was once a well-respected king, loved by his people. When he finally grew old, he had an anxious look on his face, never calming down for even a second. He gave it his all to rule his city, but he found that not one thing in the city would bear his mark forever. His statues would crumble, and his legends would fade. People forget too easily. In the final days of his life, he eagerly hoped for there to be something that could truly symbolize his whole legacy and ensure that it would be told for generations to come. So he asked his wife. He hoped to find this treasure with her together. They searched all over the land and found a bottomless pit of gold, clothing that restored youth, a magic mirror that allows its user to change races at will, a sword that can rend mountains, a treasure map that led to mythical realms. None of these were what the king wanted. They were all too specific, and the desires they bore were too strong. The old king did not think of any of them can represent his legacy. So the queen, stricken with grief, she prayed to the night skies that her husband would get his wish. Finally, hearing her faithful prayers, a star arrived in the mortal realm. Ifrit stares blankly at the blazing red tail sweeping through the sky. She suddenly recalls a story out of the thousands that silence has told her. Legend has it, there's always hope wherever a star happens to fall. Differences that divide mankind are mended the moment the star reaches the ground, and everyone's wishes will be fulfilled at once. Will the star come falling down? No time to think. Time is flying by. I wish for... Oh, finally, my voice is getting raspy. That was 40 minutes. God. I have questions. So does this take place in the past? Or in the present? And I thought... Hold on. Operator. Caster. Ifrit. Sarkaz. Savra. And Sarkaz. So she's a crossbreed. She's a hybrid. Crossbreed. So she's part Savra and part Sarkaz. And my guess is she identifies as Sarkaz because of Saria. Vovier. I'm getting more and more confused. We haven't even done a mission yet. But is that Ifrit before experimentation or after experimentation? Has she learned to control her powers finally? And is she comfortable identifying as a Savra? Or did she used to identify as a Savra and something changed? Something happened that made her change? Too many questions. Early stage, we're going with my trust squad. God damn it, more talking. Are we even going to get a combat stage today? Right on time. Liberty steps out onto the rooftop of a tall tower and looks up at the sky. From this high vantage point, the faint, sharp screech is concealed by the sound of the wind, while the faint spot of light rapidly expands in her eyes. Her thick tail dexterously and rhythmically sweeps back and forth, a graceful measure to which the Libri can compare the invisible grid to the city beneath her. Now, let's see, just where will this star land in Trimounts? Districts 2 and 5 are primarily residential. 11's new industrial campus is under construction. Let's hope it won't be central. That place is packed with office buildings like the dime a dozen canned fins you get at the supermarket. And it's a work day. Those offices are going to be full of people. Well, you really figured out where to land this experiment of yours. Or maybe you just never cared how much of a racket this might cause. Either way, you planned this far ahead, and you're getting more and more interesting, Kristen. Confirmed. The Triton factory in District 13. Liberty leaps from the tall tower. Oof. Who pulled the curtains open? Look at the time. The Reiners have been at work for an hour already. Hotels really care about guest privacy, huh? Oh, Ryan, director, welcomes a guest. I wanted to see you. That's why I'm here. You saved me from the power armor. I brought you breakfast. Fair's fair, right? That's the breakfast combo from the cafe at Ryan Labs HQ. They only sell 100 of those a day. Okay, don't give me that look. You're a grumpy Gus in the morning, huh? Sorry you want to see, well, I haven't been able to contact her, but if she isn't here, then coming to you won't help. Anyway, take a look at this. This just in, Tri-Mountains. An explosion occurred this morning at the Triton Chemical Plant number 3 in District 13. The specific cause of the explosion is still unknown, but the authorities' preliminary conclusion is that laboratory staff made a fatal error, leading to the construction machinery on-site exploding. A large stockpile of catalyst and reagents are stored at Triton Chemical Plant number 3, and to keep the chemicals from leaking out and causing more catastrophic damage, the military and government authorities are currently cleaning up the site. As of right now, all of District 13 is under temporary lockdown. Entry and exit from the district is being heavily restricted. Citizens are asked to cooperate with the ongoing work there. The government has not responded to requests for comment, and it is not known at this time whether the lockdown in District 13 will affect Vice President Jackson's time in Tri-Mounts. Is this another Site 359? Does it have to do with Ryan Lab 2? I don't know the specifics, but if you, or should I say Rhode Island, are here, considering how much sorry I trust you, there's no way you would ignore big news like this. Okay, Doctor, you've got some new visitors. I'll see you very soon. So that was a clone. Wait, new visitors. Rise and shine, Dr. Lost, you big dumbass. Rise and shine. Ifrit, who brought you here? Long time no see, Dr. Lost. Topless has already returned to land ship with Elena for checkup and treatment. Mechanist is currently on a new mission. From here on, I'll be accompanying you. And me. And also... Calcit, explain. Floaty feline girl apparently entered the room at some point. She stands next to the window and listens quietly to your conversation. She gazes at you in your room. Behind her, there are pure white clouds floating gently across the clear Tri-Mountain sky. Don't be mad, Doctor. I asked Dr. Calcit to bring me along. I was invited by someone. I'll explain more about what's going on later. Seeing as you have the TV on, it seems you already know about District 13. Explosion wasn't caused by a careless lab technician. Something fell from the sky. Yes, sorry, has already gone to investigate. As for you, I need you to get out of bed and wash up. Now look there, who the hell are you to stop me from going home? Gives you the right to lock the place down anyway. Is this even legal? You have anything in writing? I'm supposed to take your word that this is an emergency? I'll be out in 10 minutes. Just need to head back for some documents. Our clients are waiting in the conference room. Sorry, but I need to see your clearance. Uh-oh. Okay, nothing. Interesting. Someone what's sorry to see what she's up to. I'm expected to find this little bird making her way here. Right, that's the little researcher from the Diabolic Crisis. Scouting the area with a drone from a dead angle while hiding in the crowd, waiting for an opportunity. Not bad. But the army has soldiers watching every single alley. It won't be so easy for you to break through their checkpoints. That said, I haven't the slightest idea what you can do, but you might just be able to give these baddies a little trouble, so I'll give you a hand. What are you blabbing about? Nothing. Packages is recovered. It's been delivered right away. You've no doubt heard on the news. Just one factory that had an accident. The entire district on lockdown. If you guys are actually worried about the chemicals, why aren't you wearing protective equipment? Why are you people still allowed to come and go? No one is buying your beast shit. It's about the whole industrial campus upgrade project. If it falls through, who's gonna pay? Hurry up and let me buy. No pushing. Or why can't I move? Somebody broke the cord. How come the comms aren't working? Okay. Your clearance, Miss Soria? You know me. Former defense director of Rhine Lab. Your reputation precedes you here in Trimounts. So I can't enter District 13? Not just you. If you don't have clearance, please leave. You relax. Stow your weapon. Face your hand. You same all over. I may look scary, but it's just an exoskeleton. Work for the Maylander Historical Association. Currently part of Vice President's entourage at his secretary. Here's my authorization. Sorry, here is the subject matter expert we invited along. Maylander, huh? People are always so strange. Talk to your superiors. I want to get a better grasp of the situation. Give me a minute. Looking at your attire, it seems you don't plan on bringing your shield along? No. Just determined that I might need to apply full force to whatever's coming next. Full force, huh? Various curious weight, far heavier than usual coming from the former director of the Rhine Lab Defense Section. Seems like I did make it in time. Last meeting must have been at Hayden Pharmaceuticals, detective. Talked so much that I forgot to slide you and Ulysses a free pint draft beer on your last visit. I know just how powerful the Maylander Foundation is, but I still surprised when I heard the news from Calsted. How do the two of you know each other? We're just old friends. What role is the Maylander Foundation playing in our current situation? Saria, are you interested in politics? Decidedly not. So do I really need to answer that question? Colonel is en route to a meeting with the Vice President. Your identities have been verified, and the Colonel has authorized you entry to District 13. But we are conducting an emergency investigation to evaluate the hazard posed by the chemical leaks, so you won't be allowed near the Triton Chemical Plant number 3. That's where this all went down. We will also arrange an escort party to go with you, to provide any necessary help. No problem. Go with your arrangements. I'm not going to have time to do a combat ops, am I? Phew. Made it in. Bip. Next, keep two drones up in the air, 100 meters apart, to survey the situation. Triton Factory should be right up ahead. Hope the stealth combat tactics I learned at Rhodes Island will come in handy here. Let's take it slow. Will I really find any leads on the transmitter here? Batch of transmitters gone missing? That's right. To be more precise, it was a batch of experimental materials with said transmitter included. It was supposed to be shipped together to HQ for disposal. Someone stole it, and it's very likely to be someone within the Rhine Lab. Silence, I'd like you to head to Trimounts and help me investigate this. Me? I need to remain at Site 359 to cooperate with the military investigation, so I'll be stuck here for the time being. Are you going to negotiate with them? Don't worry, as much as I don't enjoy this stuff, I'm still capable of it. I'm a Rhine Lab director after all. I'm more worried about this batch of missing transmitter becoming a catalyst of someone else's ambitions. I can't read today. Or any day, apparently. So can you do it? Well, Silence, you're a student of Director Parvis. You showed up here at Site 359. Had some doubts, but now I get it. came here to ask for my help. Or maybe you wanted to know if the director of Original Art is trustworthy. I'm sorry. No need for apologies. I did come close to doing something awful. I should be thanking you, Silence. But at the same time, this is why I'm asking for your help. You are beholden only to your own standards and looking for your own answers. But even if I hadn't asked you, you still would have returned Trimonts, right? Yes. Oh no. There's suddenly a lot more men on patrol. Shit. Find anything over there? Searched a couple alleyways over on the side. Nothing. Colonel's about to meet the vice president, so he had to play nice and let those two in. We're supposed to stick close to them. How did they lose us so quickly? Walking so leisurely the whole time, they vanished behind fence without blinked. Really underestimated that fellow all covered in iron. Mainlander's people are so tricky. Go report the situation to the brass. Take the boys with you and continue the search. Right, send more hands over to the factory too. Reflection and stealth skills are admirable, Detective. You flatter me. Even if we could manage them, it's better to shake them off our tail than to outright knock those sociopaths out. Psychophants, not sociopaths, psychophants. Dyslexic. We're here. Triton Chemical Plant number 3 is right up front. Already cordoned off the perimeter and deployed heavily armed soldiers at every possible location. Quite the impossible task to get any closer. Close enough for a clear view. Soria's gaze travels over the throng of people and past the striking yellow barriers, landing on the factory behind. Once smooth factory building has been demolished beyond recognition, with scorch marks scrawled by heaps of debris scattered all over. A series of explosions have eroded the facade, leaving only the interior foundation that gives her a clear view. In the center of the factory lies a huge ring-like mechanical structure, diagonally embedded in the ground like an outrageous art installation. The source of the explosion. What have you found? None of the shape nor the mechanical structure of the object hints at its purpose, but it is clearly a device not meant to be used on land. Fell from the sky. Far away to discern any concrete details. What can be confirmed at the very least is this thing has the marks of Orion technology. To be precise, it has Christian's handwriting all over it. I'm sure of that. Horizon Arc Project. What? I'm surprised you've not heard of the name. Given your position at Ryan and your relationship with Kristen. Glad I didn't get spotted. Well, there was one here. It's gone. Dorothy was right. Transmitters react to each other. It wasn't too difficult to catch them with the one eye it gave me. Reading is hard. There's too few of them. Dorothy said there were more. They mean nearby? Wait. This is Triton Factory? Colossal ruin lies before her. Just how many injuries or casualties happened in there? Silence recalls the news and not mentioning any numbers relevant to that question. She recalls the destruction at Site 359. It was different for her to even picture what it looked like before the ruins. Is that Saria? Who's that man with her? Saria, do you have something to do with this too? Can I play the fucking game, please? You know where we're going? Heading to Saria's stronghold and Trimonts as part of our arrangement with her. Saria, It's been ages since we saw her. If you need to talk to Saria, you two are going to be busy, right? Guess you won't have time to talk to me. You and Rosemontis will stay with the doctor. Tell me what you did on the way here. Oh, right. When the star came falling down, I was telling Rosemontis a story that Silence told me before. You still remember it, right? You weren't writing any of it down. Yep, I still remember it. At night, it seemed the entire city heard the Queen's prayers, the sound of her tears splotching on the sand. In the end, the Queen passed out in the high tower of the palace. The Queen's faithfulness reached the hearts of the stars. One after another, they soared through the skies and came before the old king. The old king was swallowed by the endless surge of brightness. Within it, he saw a sight that he had never seen nor dreamed in his entire life. Next morning, the Queen awoke to find a huge hole had appeared on the palace roof, and the old king, who had passed away hours ago, stood with a smile still lingering on his now stiffened lips. The stars brought here by her prayers. The stars made her wish come true, and they took her lover with them. Finally. We've been reading for an hour. This is my problem with combat stages.
I don't want to hide myself any longer.
Military hound.
You've gone astray.
Right there.
As you ask.
I just realized there's no healers in this formation. Oopsie.
この地から真の意味で離れることはできん。私も分かっている。
Well, this is an early stage. I should be able to clear this. Look at these split. Is this a... No. Okay, he's just stopping there. Thank God.
Anything outside the plan, I'll judge for myself.
Okay. No problem that I don't have healers. I got 3...
What purpose do you think your sacrifice will serve?
Yeah, 3 units that have self-heal.
Let's put an end to this show. Pronto.
戦闘は槍を刀となし、甲冑を切り裂く。
This hunt has dragged on for too long. And what purpose do you think your
Feline noises
sacrifice
put
will
smile on my
serve?
face. Okay, do I have more reading? Yes, I do. Colonel, sorry to keep you waiting for half an hour. One who should apologize, Mr. Vice President. Your schedule on Tri-Mounts is packed, and heard from security. Your schedule on Tri-Mounts is packed, and I heard from Secretary Pavard that you had to cancel a meeting on account of my sudden visit. Military's response to the District 13 incident has been quick. It's also been intense. You've just given such a powerful, rousing speech for the masses. This couldn't have happened at a worse time. By the looks of things, this is more than a little accident on your end as well. Just saying, it's still too soon to reveal the Horizon Arc project to the public. This is why we would like you to cancel the rest of your itinerary and leave Tri-Mounts. And we'll take care of these accidents as soon as we can. Colonel, I understand what you're asking. My schedule isn't going to change. In fact, I'm going to extend my stay in Trimonts. My last meeting, I decided I'm going to Rhine Lab to enjoy a fruitful dialogue with our exceptional researchers. We're one Columbia, Colonel Blake. We're all ready to give everything for our country. But with all the technological pioneers gathered in this city, they form the bedrock of Columbia's technological development. No exaggeration to say they're shaping the future of our country. You understand what I'm getting at? Even on the assembly lines of our nation's most developed munitions plants, it takes a day and a half to produce a single shell to spec. That doesn't include the time it takes to send it out into the field to give the men some more practical time on the thing. Take a step back, Colonel. When we find ourselves facing superweapons that can change the world, like the Ark-01, more composed we have to be. This is Columbia, not Sargon, not Bolivar. The past few years, the armed forces, or more accurately, the Department of Defense, has continued to explore the nation's military capabilities. As a whole, progress has been fairly steady. From the President's perspective, this is a good thing, and he is glad to see it happen. However, given the shifts in international dynamics in recent years, particularly the reemergence of Victoria's Shard, a number of things have changed. Such a terrifying superweapon has erased the concept of distance. All our ground defenses will be rendered useless, and the dust brought about by storm may very well fall upon our pillows at any time. The voices within the Department of Defense have grown increasingly hawkish, and a number of troubling signs have already appeared. They're hedging their bets on the research and development of similar era-defining strategic weapons. And that's how Kristen caught the military's eye. Correct. Kristen became the military's core technical advisor. I don't read goodly. In a very short period of time, she submitted a proposal for the Horizon Arc project, planned the construction of Ark-01 superweapon, and quickly became its implementation. The military has devoted a vast amount of resources to it, and as such, Rhine Labs has enjoyed greater policy side support from quite some time now. This is why Rhine has been able to stand head and shoulders above many other tech companies in Trimonts. According to the information we have on hand, the construction of Ark-01 required digging complex shaft, as well as erecting a hammer at our aircraft's altitude limit. A monumental project indeed, and the military has spared no expense in the effort. I imagine the man in front of you, who fell from the sky, was a part of this project. Shuri's eyes shift from the factory ruins to the sky above her. The sky is an intermediary transfer node. We don't know the specific conceptual design or how it's implemented. Using the sky as a transfer node to focus on or redirect an enormous amount of energy so as to achieve a powerful strike over extreme distance. In theory, that is possible. But would Kristen really help the military construct a superweapon? Looks like you didn't get the answer you wanted. I knew from the beginning. This just makes it more apparent. Good politician never rushed to make his stance clear. At least for now. They don't want us taking over the project that fast. And how do they intend to do that? It's simple. All they need to do is delay. We say that efficiency is the pursuit of scientific research, then Ferdinand, delay is the preferred tool of these politicians. When the Singh's administration first entered negotiations in Congress, reclaimed the Woods Company lodging camp, virtually no progress was made in 3 years. It took the latter party losing control of the area. They want to delay until we have our hands full, until we lose faith in that damned Horizon Arc project. until it doesn't matter anymore. You've already been on site, right? What are your conclusions? It was indeed the test flight of ARC's 01 Hammer. Sky appears clear, but it's far from being a safe haven. Kristen will need to test the new pressure navigation system, trial and error process that may need more than one flight. I'm more curious about the military control shaft at the bottom of ARC 01. When did Kristen launch a beast that size? Hammer's black box still hasn't been found. By tracing its routing data, we can triangulate the position of the launch site and locate Kristen. We already conducted a full-scale search in District 13. Came up empty. So we managed to retrieve the black box at the very beginning. Any possibility it might have been destroyed given an explosion of that scope? Kristen's already been missing for 2 weeks. She may have already obtained that experimental data she wanted from the black box, but she still doesn't want us to find her. In other words, the so-called Horizon Arc project, propped up by the military itself, is completely out of the military's hand. Longer delay, the more variables there will be. I know. It's me. That's right. Jackson has no intention of taking things through with us. Me? Why would I have anything to hide? I was the agent sent to spy on Kristen. Understood. I won't give an inch. I'll resolve this situation post haste. Wait, what did you say? That's... Alright, I understand. You don't look so good, Colonel. Alright, Ferdinand. Can't let ourselves get bogged down any longer. The fact that Kristen went AWOL while the military had eyes on her precisely shows that the project has progressed to a near feasible state. Might have defrauded our investors. We have our suspicions as well. Our suspicions, I'm thinking that's supposed to be. We have our suspicions as well, but you seem pretty sure of it, Saria. Because I know her well enough. Oh? Since its establishment, IM Labs has been committed to breakthrough research in civilian technology, and rarely intersects with the military. Kristen herself has no interest in it. Furthermore, if the sky were part of her research plans, it would not be a means, but rather her ultimate objective. Right? Precisely. Haven't even explored everything these lands have to offer. Have only begun measuring the heights of the skies. Why fly to such high places in vain? I still remember that comment in the newspaper made by the hovercraft expert Stevenson after the Wright's test flight crashed. It encapsulated his regret for the death of the genius scientist, but has been twisted out of context as an accurate peer review. Ironic that it's become a weapon used against the Wrights. I'd like to hear more. Stevenson had a very good relationship with the Wrights, and even looked after Kristen to some degree after their passing. Later, Kristen was able to get on track in academia thanks to his recommendation. Substantial secret that even I'm not aware of. But the relationship between Stevenson and Kristen is not a cozy one. She inherited her parents' obsession with the skies and does not expect others to understand. She bores the sky, Tin Man. Can't be a coincidence that the transmitter appeared at the scene of the accident. But what exactly is the connection between the transmitter and the explosion? The things used in this factory require transmitters? Oh, no such relationship between Triton Chemicals and Ryan Lab. Or perhaps the transmitter had something to do with the ring-shaped mechanical object that smashed through the factory building. Sorry, it's too far away. I can't hear what she's saying. Maybe we can try moving the drone a bit closer. That was kind of a surprising noise. Unidentified drone has been shot down. Oh no. Miss, show me your security clearance. Don't have one? District 13 is under temporary lockdown. I'm gonna have to ask you to come with me. I'm a worker at the Triton factory. I had the day off, but heard the factory exploded, so I came here to see what's going on. If you're a worker at the factory, then explain the drone. Don't say you have nothing to do with it. I'm going to photograph the site. Hello, pretty lady. Marianne? Is it really you? Oh my... Marianne... Last time I heard that name, I was 40 years. I'm talking about the press conference, right? It was around the time your last movie came out. You told the world you got hurt in a catastrophe while shooting the thing. You retired behind the scenes work. Dad goes nuts every time he talks about you. He's got your complete filmography collection, and we watched every movie 10 times over. Still remember the spy catchers you saw the spy on the shore and leapt straight off that cruise ship. You saw the spy I'm assuming that said you saw the spy on the shore and leapt straight off that cruise ship. That was something. You just melted into every role you played. Today's mass-produced Rankwood stars could take a cue or two from you. Thanks. I like pretty ladies. Unfortunately, the only role Marianne plays these days is a negotiator of employee salaries. You're Director of Human Resources at Ryan Labs, Jara Brooker Wilson. This is my clearance. I have a house in District 13. This woman is indeed a Triton employee. Ryan Lab and Triton Chemicals had a number of disagreements, just like the corporate struggles in the spy catcher. I know, this is Trimount after all. Subsidiary factory suddenly went up in flames. If photos of the scene hit the tabloids, that would send Triton down in a scandal. This is her housewarming gift for joining Ryan. That would indeed be a violation of military regulation. Fortunately, the drone's been shut down, so the photos won't leak. Now then, let's move on and discuss your job hopping. Sure. But let me add something first. Isn't it a little unreasonable to suddenly ask the locals to lock themselves inside and wait for updates before they can do anything? We're just following orders. Miss Marianne, I want to trust you, so both of you, please leave. No exceptions. Your name's Silence, right? I remember you were helping Parvis bring me some black tea. Dr. Jara, does this have something to do with Ryan Lab? That's why you snuck in here. There are some things I need to make sure of. This isn't exactly the best place for chit-chat. Get over here and wait for me. Where are we? Don't worry, it's my District 13 residence. About you? I have company. An old friend has some business with me. I don't think I've ever heard you breathing. When you smoke, you're just letting it swirl around your stomach. It's a habit, just like what you used to do after finishing a mission. You record the event on a note before burning it on the spot. That young researcher back there, you always have a soft spot for the youth. Can't exactly ignore it, can I? Employee of my own company shows up in a military lockdown. It'd be bad for business if she gets caught. See, you're just as attentive to detail as ever, regardless of what what field you're in. You've caught my eye a number of times over the years, from the itinerary investor for all of Trimount to the head of Ryan Lab HR. You've contributed pretty much your entire network to this company. In other words, without you, we wouldn't have the Kristen we know today. So, is you being here right now also the fault of that reckless girl? Or do you have ideas of your own? Have you considered the possibility that I'm here because I bought a residence in District 13 and that I spent a few days here when I'm not too busy? I'm getting old, Tin Man. Age notwithstanding, when I came back to my senses, I realized that my health, my dreams, my friends, and my family had all been given to my country. In the end, nothing remained of Maylander's Morning Star. I don't even have any tapes of the movies I made when I was young, by which to remember my so-called youth. I wasn't trying to point the finger at you, Jara, but if you're hoping that I turn a blind eye to this, I'm afraid I can't help you. Mainlander's only responsibility is to the country. I just wanted to tell you I have no regrets, so even now, I won't do anything that would harm Columbia. You're still mourning the death of the Wrights. As much as I'd like to deny it, the scene still haunts my dreams even now. Delivery, come and sign for it. Put it on the workstation. Huliak scans the space in front of her, a massive, hollow, underground, ring-shaped structure. In other words, a well. Iridium lamps fastened to the well's walls provide only a basic lighting, making it difficult to determine the overall depth. Inlaid within the grooves running along the walls are cables extending into the darkness. The person with who she was speaking earlier is now pacing back and forth, leaving her with but a busy silhouette. She seems to be busy testing something. Even in such a deep area, her actions do not seem to cause much of an echo. Presumably, the surface structure incorporates some high-performance sound-absorbing material. The entire area seems to be as still and silent as lingering mist. Bobo. Are you not afraid of the dark? Do you not get bored? We're several hundred meters underground, and those Boris soldiers are patrolling just above us. You've been here a number of months, right? Haven't gone up for a walk? Nasty? More pretty ladies. I'm busy, Kulakan. That... I can't read some of the names in this fucking game sometimes. Kulakan. I don't have much free time on my hands either. What I'm saying is, put the black box down and get lost. I'm taking a risk here to get this view under the watchful eyes of the military and Mainlander. It's a bit cold of you, wouldn't you agree? It's a deal between you and Control. It's got nothing to do with me. You didn't do anything with the black box after you got your hands on it, did you? No. Damn, ice cold. Data calculations are, well, not that complicated. As Dee dives back into her own work, the screen is once again engulfed with a large amount of data, like a tide floating across land. She focuses more, leaving Huliak alone to do little else than stare at her back. This is when she notices that devices around her waist. It appeared as a lattice of dead branches, spliced together irregularly. But as Nasty intermittently works at her station, they sway back and forth in a short, regular rhythm. As if sentient, they seem to be following Nasty's thoughts. Looks like you've managed to find nourishment for the rootless branches. Trajectory data has deviated slightly from the previous calculation, but is still within the expected range. Appears the transmitter can indeed be used as an alternative navigation resource. That being the case, we need to speed things up. By the way, how did Kristen get you, the head of engineering, to willingly coop yourselves up underground to do the hard work for her? Nasty doesn't answer. She enters a few commands, and as the screen in front of her goes dark one by one, she turns and heads towards the door. Behind her, the underground space becomes dimmer and dimmer. Ready to set some grass, Nasty? Something good happened. Surely you're not going to keep the good news from me? And Sarkaz, be gone. Huliak takes a step back upon hearing that one word. Her body instinctively carries out the order as if executing a command. Cute curse you have there, Banshee. Did any of the staff ever tell you that you've got a bad temper? The icy cold air caresses Nasty's neck before dissipating like an illusion. The young Banshee shivers slightly. A crack forms across the bone pen in her hand. Oh my, they don't quite make them like they used to, do they? I know you have an entire drawer filled with spares, but I've always been curious. If you broke all your bone pens, would you still be able to perform your little tricks? Go ahead and try me. I won't give the same command twice, Coquelin. Fine, fine. We're all banshees as much of a stick in the mud as you. Don't pass up on this rare opportunity to get some fresh air. If you're afraid of the dark, I don't mind keeping you company part way. Before the banshee can speak again, Huliek nimbly disappears behind the door. Darkness lingers, but the air trembles violently. For a spell, Venasti finally lets go of her words. Should go pick her up. Sarkaz. At last, the muddled dream is about to settle. Fucking finally. I want to put this into context. This is my one biggest complaint with Arknights events, especially limited time events. We did one combat op. That combat op lasted maybe 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes tops. That was an hour of dialogue. That was... Oh. We started playing at 9 o'clock. Finished Annihilation at 10. It is 11:30. It is 11:30 and we got one mission done. We collect. What can I use for 89? Nothing. I need 150 for that 10 hunting permit. Here's what I'm gonna do. Not that. Before we call it a night, we're gonna go to Lungeman. I'm gonna use a proxy token. I intended to get much more done today. That bumps me up to 6,000. I'm not counting on it because you think I used all my luck on Inez, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Holy shit. Was there a second token? Was the second one also a 6 token? No, it's a 4, okay. So we got Ulysses.
Doctor? Nice to meet you. I'm Jessica from Black Steel Worldwide. Sorry. I'm really bad at introducing myself.
Pet. Catapult, you can get the hell out of here. What are the fucking chances that I would get Ulysses on my first 10 pull? Guess my luck ain't completely gone. But that means I'm probably not going to get Huliek at all. If I do, I'll be lucky and happy and never ask for another winner character again. Until Nyan or W rerolls. Are they all 3 stars?
I know I didn't do very well on my assessment, but I'll still do my best at my internship.
4 star.
The name's Rope. Nice to meet you. Oh, here's your ID card. Don't forget it. Huh? Why do I have it? That's a secret.
Fucking rope bunny. Cut her. Vermeil. The best worst sniper. Alright, so aside from Ulysses, this was a piss poor draw. 26. Did I do a temple? Oh, that's right, I did, and it was all garbage. There wasn't even a 5-star in it. Okay, so that wasn't my first temple, that was my second temple. Alright. First things first. E-invoice.
So you're saying I have the right to decide your schedule and itinerary? Which means, whatever I write in this memo book, Doctor, you've got to do. Wowie! Too late for regrets now! There really isn't a single fresh thing anywhere across the lands.
You're a vanguard, huh? What kind of vanguard? A tactician. Okay, so you're a deployer. Okay. I did notice something else. I've never listened to Calcit's English voice. Let's start with onboarding.
Doctor, my appearance here indicates that the situation has turned for the worse. You must concentrate on continuing to accomplish your mission.
A very beautiful voice. Not the voice I would have chose for Calcit. I would have picked something a little bit deeper, more aggressive. But still a nice voice. Does Gavial have an English voice? She does.
Yeah, I get it. You deserve a nice rest in your off time. But you gotta get your treatment right now.
Oh yeah, I remember. I didn't like it. And that's not me saying I don't like the voice actor, it's doesn't fit Gavial as far as I'm concerned.
Doctor, got any trouble for me to handle?
That.
What? Just haul these files for you?
Right.
Fear not! Here I come! I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys. Relax. It'll be over in an instant.
That sounds like Gavial. Okay. Why? It's the same voice actor, but for some reason Medic sounds so soft and high.
Who needs healing? Come over. Ready to heal. Don't get yourself killed, dummy. If you want treatment, you gotta come closer. Come on, get it together. Hang in there, I'm coming. Pushovers. I wasn't even breaking a sweat. Man, those guys were weak. I regret not giving them a few whacks with the staff here. Have you guys never taken emergency response training courses? Darn it. I'm not giving up yet.
So it's just her one voice line that threw me off, the assistant one.
Yeah, I get it. You deserve a nice rest in your off time. But you gotta get your treatment right now.
Yeah, that one throws me off.
Huh? You want me to be gentle and caring? That's nurse stuff, pal. I'm a doctor, from top to toe. That means healing, treatment. Don't waste my time with the fluff. Strange. Why does Dr. Kaltzik keep telling me to be nice to patients? She's been doing it ever since I got here.
Cal says you want to talk?
Your average doctor's biggest concern is keeping herself safe. Mine, on the other hand, is getting my patients to stop being scared of me.
What is... That's for another day. It's getting late. It is 11:30. I have work in the morning, so I'm gonna cut the stream here. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow is Final Fantasy IX, and Thursday is Nostalgia Night. We finished Digimon last week, so we're jumping into another PS1 game. And as I gave the hint last week, I will give the hint again. It is one that has been remastered within the last few years. Remade, not remastered, has been remade in the last few years. But we're not playing the remake, we are playing the original PS1 version. So look forward to that. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you guys throughout the week.